Yo, 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 yo. Yes, indeed, people. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Jay.Jordan, back again for another WNBA watch-along. Tonight, we only got one game on the docket. One game going on. Day before July 4th, 4th of July here in the U.S. We got the Phoenix Mercury taking on the Dallas Wings. The Phoenix Mercury are currently 9-10. The Dallas Wings are currently 4-15. So, two teams under 500. Let's see who can come out on top on this Wednesday. Daniel, salute. What's going on? Hope all is well. So the Phoenix Mercury are currently in the 6th seed with a 9-10 record. They lost their last two. And the Wings are currently last place, tied for last place with the LA Sparks. They've lost their last two as well. They're 1-9 in their last 10. Alrighty, let's get into the starters for both teams. So for the Mercury, I think just before I came on, they updated their starting lineup. They said that all day it was Griner and Rebecca Allen were game time decisions. It's been confirmed that they are going to play. So the starting lineup will remain Natasha Cloud, Diana Taurasi, Kalia Copper, Rebecca Allen, and Brittany Griner. Their bench: Sophie Cunningham, Shug Sutton, Natasha Mack, Micaiah Herbert Harrigan, and they have one injured player, Charisma Osborne. She's out with a lower leg injury. She's the rookie that was drafted in the 3rd round. Starters for the Wings: Odyssey Sims, JC Sheldon, Arike Ogunbowale, Natasha Howard, and Tierra McCowan. Their bench: Stephanie Soares, Lou Lopez, Seneschal, Kalani Brown, Sevki Uzun, and Monique Billings. We already know about the Wings injury list. They're missing Satu Sabali, Maddie Segrist, and Jaylen Brown, the rookie. So that's who they're rocking with today. All right. In the season series between these two teams, it's 1-1. The Wings won back on May 25th. They beat the Mercury 107-92 on the road. And then the Mercury beat the Wings 97-90 on the road. So both teams have won on the road. That game was on June 9th. That was a double overtime game. So they have two more matchups today and then 7 days from now, which is July 10th. And then they will be done playing for the season unless they somehow face each other in the playoffs. All right, this game is supposed to start in the next 10 minutes. Next 10 minutes, this game should be starting. You can watch this game on League Pass. I think that's the only place that it's showing today, if I'm not mistaken. Or if you live in the Texas area, you can watch it on Bally Sports Southwest. Or if you live in the Phoenix area, Arizona's Family Sports or Mercury Live. According to the WNBA website. Alrighty. Looking at the betting lines on these teams, the Phoenix Mercury are 5.5-point favorites against the Wings on the road. Interesting. I was trying to wait until they released the starting lineups or who was available before I put my bets in. But now that they have, let me see what the word is on FanDuel. It's the only game going on tonight, people. Only game. I was at the Liberty game last night against the Minnesota Lynx. We finally beat the Lynx. I was supposed to release the recap today. Very busy today. I haven't recorded. I haven't edited it yet. So I'll get that out as soon as I can. But until then, I will say the Liberty finally got revenge on the Lynx after the 2 losses that they've taken so far. So I didn't get to see any of the other games. I caught some of the Fever Aces game. and the end of this Mystics Sparks game by the time I got home. But the Liberty beat the Lynx. The Chicago Sky beat the Atlanta Dream 85-77. You got the Indiana Fever losing to the Aces 88-69. That game broke some history. One of the highest attended games in W history. I think it was probably second on the list. And the Mystics ended up coming back to beat the LA Sparks 82-80 on the road. All right, I will look into trying to start a poll here. I didn't want to start a poll. Let me see if I can get it up. We got about 7 minutes, so we got some time here. So I'm gonna see if we can start a poll. We have one of the leading scorers in the league, in Arike Ogunbowale. My bad, y'all. I think I froze maybe, but Arike Ogunbowale is averaging 23.7 points a game. Kalia Copper is averaging 21.8 points a game for the Mercury. You have Monique Billings still averaging 8 rebounds a game to lead the Wings, and Natasha Mack averaging 5.2 rebounds to lead the Mercury. Then we have Natasha Cloud averaging 7 assists a game, 7.3 to be exact, and Arike Ogunbowale averaging 4.9 assists. All right, so let's see if we could get a poll started. Not gonna be the typical who you think is gonna win this game. We'll do this. Who will score more points? Who will be the leading scorer? Let's go with that. Is it gonna be Arike? Is it going to be Kalia? Or is it going to be someone else? Hey, Janelle, what's going on, girl? What is going on? The other. Let's see if the poll pop up. Cool. Yes, it did. Poll is up. Who will be the leading scorer? Who will be the leading scorer? All right. I think I'm going to say, I know what I'm going to say. I'm going to say exclamation vote other. That is my vote. That is my vote. I think somebody else might be the leading scorer. All right, we got about 5 minutes. I'm going to go on FanDuel and see if I could get something in really quickly. 5 minutes to go. Let's see if we can get something good in. Log in. They already started. Somewhat started the broadcast on League Pass. They're doing like the pregame stuff where they're showing the stats from different players. The key player to watch they have here is Brittany Griner, 20 points, shooting 57.7 from the field, 6.8 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1.3 blocks. So she's someone to keep an eye on. On the other end, they have Tierra McCowan, the center for the Dallas Wings, 11.7 points a game, 55% from the field, 7.5 rebounds, 1.8 assists, and 1.1 blocks. Recent news for the Mercury. Yesterday, they released Liz Dixon, which is why she's not on the roster. Liz Dixon was waived by the Phoenix Mercury. A lot of players getting waived now. Due to if they're not, their contract has to be guaranteed. So teams are starting to cut players or waive players that aren't getting too many minutes, so they could probably use that money later on down the line to to sign someone else in the case of a hardship contract. Alrighty, so what am I gonna go with? Last game that these two teams played, I think Brittany Griner did play in this June 9th game, which was about a month ago. If I look at the box score here, Brittany Griner ended up with 24-9 in that game. I'm gonna go Brittany Griner, and they didn't even have her at 15. Brittany Griner, they have her for 20 points. She has to get more rebounds. Her coach called her out for not getting enough rebounds, so I'm gonna look at her rebounds and see if I could get her at a decent clip on the rebounds. 6 rebounds should be good for Brittany. Kahleah Copper, let's see. She had a good game last time against them. She had 29 points. I think Kahleah will have a good night as well. So I'm going to go over the points and see what I can get Kahleah for. Kahleah Copper for 20 points. I don't know. But we shall see. I'm going to figure this out. Hey, Mom, what's going on? Hey, Mom. I'm going to go Kahleah for 20. Make sure you get your votes in. Who will be the leading scorer is the ongoing poll right now. Exclamation mark vote space Arike for Arike Ogunbowale. Exclamation mark vote space KFC for Kahleah Copper. And exclamation mark vote space other for somebody else. Tudo, salute. What's going on? What is going on? I'm over here trying to cook up something really quick before this game kicks off. It's 7:59 here on the East Coast. 7:59 here on the East Coast. I'm going to go with Diana for 2 threes here. Tudo says, so good news, New York is only a -7 in the second quarter now. Yeah, I was at the game last night. I posted some pictures in the community tab on the YouTube channel. So salute to my boy. We swapped seats. He couldn't make it, so he swapped with me. We had courtside seats last night, right across from the Minnesota bench. To last night's game. I was in the bucket hat, standing up, all that, cheering on the team. That fourth quarter was one of the best defensive quarters I've seen from the team. Oh, I don't think I got mine. I don't think I got it in time, guys. I think they just closed it on me. Dang. They just closed it on me. So, looks like no. Oh, they just opened it back up. Let me see if I can. Oh, dang, but they erased everything that I had. But the broadcast has started, people. The broadcast has started. Dang. Come on, stop kicking me out. I'm trying to get this in. Oh, yeah, it's over. It is over, y'all. I couldn't get it in time, so I'm just have to play from the outside looking in today. I'm going to be tight if this one goes through. But we shall see. We shall see. All right, so it's Nancy Lieberman and I forgot buddy's name. That's the broadcast, the main broadcaster for the Dallas Wings. Tudo says so. Sabrina had an MJ. Yeah, Sabrina, she was laboring. I did see her after the game. I didn't get to talk to her, of course, but just hearing her talk to one of her coaches, yeah, her voice was a little raspy. In the post game press conference, her voice was raspy as well. So yeah, she was going through it. The shooting, as you can see from the shooting percentages were not there at all. But luckily, Stewie and JJ held it down. Stewie had 17 points, 17 rebounds. She didn't shoot well, really, but JJ had her best game against the Lynx. This season, she had 21 and 12, which is a good sign. But that defense in the fourth quarter was good. Was good to behold. JJ was actually using her size. She was hitting the threes. Excuse me, beasting on the boards. Which is a good sign for the Liberty if they want to go far. Sandy, I was talked about this in my recap video, but that I was gonna release. But Sandy has been able to She hasn't she's not playing Vandersloot in the closing minutes. Leo Fevich was getting the closing minutes. So I think that's a sight to see. Vandersloot only played 18 minutes yesterday, so she's limiting her minutes to like sub 20. Which is what I was asking for originally. All right, people, all the players are hugging and shaking hands and whatnot. So it's the Phoenix Mercury versus the Dallas Wings from College Park Center in Arlington, Texas. Game is on League Pass. It'll be Brittany Griner versus Tierra McCowan. RC, salute. What's going on, bro? Ball is up, and we're off, people, and we are off. And of course, you're not working. Start the clock on here. So Diana Taurasi with the ball. Brittany Griner won it. Over to Rebecca Allen. Rebecca Allen over to Griner against McCowan. Throws up the hook, and she misses. Rebound to Natasha Howard. Tudo says, hope Phoenix don't choke again. Hope not, man. That was crazy the other day. JC Sheldon, bad passes to McCowan, and Brittany Griner with the steal. Throws it over to Taurasi. Taurasi over to Natasha Cloud. Natasha Cloud for three. Misses. Rebound Natasha Howard. But I thought it was out of bounds on Howard, but they say it's out on Griner. And it goes back to the Wings. Odyssey Sims getting her second start for the Wings. RC, salute, my guy. Yeah, I'm grinding, bro. I'm trying. Gotta do it while I can. It's gonna be a big break. Natasha Howard goes across the paint and gets fouled. So Natasha Howard going to the line for free throws. So this is the first free throws of the game. Natasha Howard at the line to shoot 2. Tudo says, I miss when New York Liberty was in MSG. Yeah. It was good times. Natasha Howard misses the first free throw. And Natasha Howard at the line for the second. And she misses both free throws. Ball back at play, though. The Dallas Wings have the rebound. She goes up and under, and she gets fouled again. So Natasha Howard misses both free throws, somehow gets her own rebound, then gets fouled again. RC says, whatever you do, just don't grind or Brittany grind. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Nah. Those are just joining. I have a poll up. Who you think will be the leading scorer tonight as Natasha Howard hits the first free throw? Natasha Howard just crosses the 3,500 point mark in her WNBA career as she buries the second as well. So it's 2-0 to Dallas to start this game. Cloud quickly up to Copper. Copper over to Taurasi, over to Cloud. Griner, left side of the floor. Griner attacking McCowan, goes up with the same hook shot as before, and it rattles in. And the Mercury are on the board. It's 2-2. Howard tries to hand it off to JC Sheldon. She recovers left side of the floor. JC attacking Copper. She gets to the basket. Floater. JC! I see you, JC. Hits the floater over Kalia Copper, and it's 4-2 Dallas. Eddie, salute. What's going on? I appreciate you, my friend. I did see, I think you commented on one of the posts about the commentary as Rebecca Allen hits the jumper. So it's 4-4. Yeah, I wish I could have been home to do it, but I was at the game last night. Natasha Howard, quick spin on Copper, goes up and scores. So Natasha Howard scores again for the Wings. It's 6-4 Dallas. but BC was better when they went to Westchester. And I think that was Kalia Copper hits a jump shot. It rattles in. Yeah, Westchester was better for me because it was close, but the viewing, some of the viewing angles were just weird. The environment was just not basketball-esque. Who's that? Ogunbowale over to Sims. Sims drives, left-hand drive, throws up the floater, bounces off the back rim, rebound to Griner. Over to Rebecca Allen, right side of the floor. Rebecca Allen goes coast to coast and smokes the layup. Rebound to the wings and Odyssey Sims. Hand off to Arike. Arike has not taken a shot yet. She passes it to McCowan. McCowan at the three-point line. Over to, and a bad entry pass by McCowan to go straight out of bounds. Tudo Axe. So Jay, what do you think the New York Liberty window is before we got to start over? It's this season. This is the window here. At least in my opinion. Ball to Griner. Griner hits the mid-range jump shot. So Brittany Griner has scored twice now. It's 8-6 Phoenix. Give me a moment, guys, as I try to get my scoring thing back in order. And Tierra McCowan gets fouled hard as she's going to the basket. So the wing's going back to the foul line. Let's go to again. So they're showing all three injured players. Maddie Segrist on her left hand. She fractured her finger, so that's why she's out as Tierra McCowan misses the first free throw. Jaylen Brown out with an illness, and Satu Sabli still out with the shoulder injury. So McCowan at the line for the second. And she misses the second. So they're having issues with free throws right now. Having issues. RC says, Jay, stop playing. You know, if you get one ring. Oh, yeah, if we get one ring, yeah. There's a foul on the floor on Natasha Howard. If we win, they keep it. But if we lose again, they're not going to. I don't think they run it back again. But if we win one, definitely they're gonna keep the band together. And another foul call, JC Sheldon on Diana Taurasi. All away from the play. So it's still Phoenix ball, sideline, out of bounds. To, Kalia over to Natasha, finds Diana on the cut. She jumps backwards into Arike for the foul. So Diana Taurasi going to the line. Chemo says my VPN can't bypass League Pass. The game is blocked. Yeah. It depends on the type of VPN you have as well. I know when I used to use the VPN, it worked fine, but I haven't used it in a bit. Thankfully, the Liberty are now on local TV, so I don't have to VPN for Yes Network. Diana hits the first and the second. It's 10-6, 10-6. Mercury up. Hey Liz, salute. What's going on? Odyssey Sims with the ball, top of the key, over to Natasha Howard. Natasha Howard. Oh, good pass to Arike. I guess it wasn't a good pass. Led her too far, and it goes right out of bounds. Ball back to the Mercury. Ball in play with the Mercury. They're showing the all-time leading scorers. Of course, Diane is top of the list. And Tina Charles third on that list. Diana Taurasi into the paint. Thought she got fouled, misses, and rebound to McCowan. Odyssey Sims on the push, gets into the paint, gets blocked by Griner, and goes out of bounds. Odyssey Sims had Sheldon in the corner, decided to take it herself against Brittany, and gets it blocked. So ball inbounded to the wings. Arike Ogunbowale has not taken a shot yet, and we're almost at the halfway point in this first quarter. Arike dancing with the ball against Cloud. Crossover. Hesitation. Go left side of the floor. Step back jumper. Buries it. Arike Ogunbowale is on the board. Mom says, I'm watching on NBA TV. Yeah, it's still blackout restrictions still apply on NBA TV. But you may be able to get it there. Natasha Cloud. Oh, sorry. That's Rebecca Allen for 3. Left side of the floor. And it's 13-8. 13-8, people. I think my thing is working now. We'll see next one. Arike over to McCowan. McCowan looking for Howard, but can't find her. McCowan picks up her dribble. Over to Arike. Dangerous pass. Arike step back from the left-hand side off the rim and rebound to Taurasi. Taurasi outlet to Copper. And it goes out of bounds. Yeah, there we go. Clock is working now. So we have an officials timeout now with 4:41 to go in the first quarter. The Mercury are up 13-8. 13-8. All right, get your votes in. I'm about to close this poll. Who do you think the leading scorer of the game will be? Exclamation mark vote space Arike for Arike Ogunbowale. For Kalia is exclamation mark vote space KFC. And if you know what KFC is, what her nickname is, you know why I say KFC. And for other, exclamation mark vote space other. This game is on NBA TV and League Pass. Blackout restrictions do apply. So if you're in the Phoenix or Dallas, Arlington, that surrounding area where Bally Sports Southwest covers, you will be blacked out. You'll need to find another way to watch. If you're in the Phoenix area, same sort of deal. You'll have to watch on the local channel. All right, so far, you have Rebecca Allen with 5 to lead the Mercury, Natasha Howard with 4. You have Rebecca Allen with 1 rebound, Natasha Howard with 2, Natasha Cloud with 2 assists, and Odyssey Sims with 1 assist. All right, both teams shooting fairly well, 50% from the field for the Wings, 55% from the field for the Mercury. Rebound battles about equal, 4 rebounds for the Wings, 3 for the Mercury. They both have 1 block apiece. Okay, broadcast is restarting now. They're showing highlights from the last game. That's when Maddie Segrist got her career high. She had about 22, and she's not in this game tonight. She's expected to return after the Olympic break from that fractured left finger. All right, let me close this poll. Let me close the poll. Ball in play with the Wings. Ball in play with the Wings. Odyssey Sims bringing the ball up the court. Let's see, any subs made. Micaiah Herbert Harrigan into the game for Rebecca Allen. Sophie Cunningham in the game as well. Natasha Mack in the game for Griner. Tierra McCowan gets fouled on her foray to the basket. And McCowan going back to the line for free throws. So McCowan at the line for 2 free throws. This is her second trip to the line. So let's see how she can fare in this one. McCowan buries the first. Oh, wrong team. Sorry. So it was 13-9. And she bricks the second rebound to Natasha Cloud. There's a Natasha Cloud on the court, Natasha Howard, and Natasha Mack. So there's 3 Natashas, 2 on the same team. Kalia over to Sophie Cunningham, right side of the floor. Over to Kalia. Kalia hasn't scored yet. As I say that, she goes to the basket. Layup is good. Kalia Copper scores the basket. It looked like she got poked in the eye there, but she seems to be okay. It's 15-9. Arike Ogunbowale over to JC Sheldon. JC trying to post Natasha Howard. Natasha Howard on Natasha Cloud. Gets tied up. Natasha Cloud with great defense, and it's a jump ball between Mack and McCowan. Mack and McCowan to jump ball. And the jump ball is up. The Wings recover it. Sevgi Uzun checks into the ball game for JC Sheldon as Arike misses the jump shot. And it goes off of Natasha Howard and out of bounds. Ball to the Mercury. So 15-9, about 3.5 to go here in the first quarter. And the ball's in play with Sophie Cunningham. Cunningham over to Kalia Copper. Pulls up for the 3, and she buries it. Kalia Copper, left wing 3 is good. And it's 18-9. 18-9. Arike over to Natasha Howard. Now Howard on the drive, goes up, floater in the middle of the paint, bounces around and scores. Natasha Howard leading the team in scoring, 18-11. Mercury up. Mack over to Harrigan. Harrigan over to Cloud, who recovers it. All the way back over to Copper. Copper, top of the key. Copper between the legs. Pull up mid-range jump shot is good. Right over Arike. And it's 20-11. Odyssey Sims with the ball. Drops it down to McCowan. McCowan seals Mack and scores. Barbecue chicken. And it's 20-13. 20-13. James, what's going on, my friend? Salute, salute. Natasha Cloud. One leg fall away Dirk style on Sims, but McCowan with the rebound. Arike quickly up the court, guarded by Cunningham. Crossover on Cunningham, gets into the paint, throws up the floater, bounces around. Howard saves it on the rebound. Howard double teamed and gets fouled on the pass out. So that might be Cloud's second foul. Natasha Cloud's second foul of the game. She may have to sit down for a bit. And they may put Shug Sutton into the game if my rotations are correct. Phoenix is in the bonus, so there will be free throws now. So Natasha Howard at the line again for the Dallas Wings. She shoots the first, and she buries the first. Let's see if any subs were made to see if my prediction is correct. Yes, I was. No, she doesn't come in for Cloud. Shug Sutton comes in for Micaiah Herbert Harrigan. Diana comes into the game for Natasha Mack. No, for Kalia Copper, and Brittany Griner in for Natasha Mack. So Howard at the line for the second free throw. And she buries both free throws to make it a 20-15 game. Cloud with the ball. Tasha Cloud up the court, over to Sophie Cunningham, right side. Sophie Cunningham drives to the right, loses the ball, and it goes out of bounds. They say it stays with the Mercury. Mo Billings into the game, and Kalani Brown into the game as well. Ball inbounded. And I don't know what happened there. They have the camera focused on the coach of the Nate Tibbetts, and they're not showing the action on the floor here. So the ball is still with the Mercury. They give it to Natasha Cloud. Cloud finds Griner, hook shot, misses, rebound to Arike. Arike over to Kalani Brown. Kalani Brown with the ball, looking for someone. Hands it off to Arike. Arike over to Odyssey Sims. Sims attacks right side of the floor. She goes over the floater, bounces it in. Odyssey Sims knocks down the floater, and it's 20-17. Griner inbounds to Taurasi. Taurasi, left side, gets the screen from Griner. She steps sideways for three and buries it. Diana Taurasi knocks down the three. First attempt of the game. And it's 23-17. Sims with the ball. Right side of the floor. Over to Arike. Oh, she telegraphed that. Sophie Cunningham jumps to pass lane. Coast to coast. And scores. So 25-17. Mercury over the Wings. Sevgi with the ball. Sevgi over to Monique Billings. She tries to drive, and they call a foul. Dallas is in the bonus, so they'll be shooting free throws. Mo Billings going to the line for free throws. So Mo Billings at the line. Remember, Mo Billings is on a hardship contract due to the amount of injuries that the Wings have been dealing with. As she hits the first. JC Sheldon checking back into the game for Odyssey Sims. And Mo Billings misses the second. The Wings having trouble with their free throws. They've missed about 4 to 5 so far. Ball with the Mercury and Shug Sutton, top of the key, gets the screen from Griner. She attacks, corner to Sophie Cunningham. Sophie Cunningham on the drives across the paint over to Shug Sutton for three. Oh, halfway down and now rebound to Kalani Brown. So we got about, my clock's a little fast. We got about 24 seconds here on the clock. JC Sheldon with the ball. Pulls up for three. JC off the back rim. Monique Billings tries to get the rebound. And it's over to Sophie Cunningham. Ball in play. With the Mercury, they'll play for the last shot. Diana Taurasi with the ball. Top of the key. Crossover. Gets the screen from Griner. And they call a foul on Kalani Brown. Or is that on Sevgi? Yeah, they call it on Kalani Brown. So there's 6 seconds to go. The Mercury, I think that was the second foul in the last 2 minutes. So the Mercury are shooting free throws. Diana Taurasi hits the first. James said being there live at the Fever Aces game, but something was very off with Caitlin Spite. Did send great setting her teammates up. Was there really? I didn't get to see a majority of the game. I was listening on the drive back home from Barclays as Diana hits the second. And it's 27-18. 5 on the shot clock. Sevgi with the ball. Sevgi, 2 seconds. 1 second. She throws up the floater. Oh, off the back rim. And that's how the first quarter ends. So after one, the Phoenix Mercury 27. The Dallas Wings 18. So let's get things ready for the second quarter. All right. So the widget is loaded. You can see the stat leaders for each category. Yeah. So what do you mean, James? It looked like she was tired. Oh yeah, she probably is tired. She probably is tired. She's probably looking forward to this Olympic break so she could sit at the just relax, get some rest, and come back in the second half rejuvenated. So she's been like I was saying from the very beginning, she's been playing competitive basketball since October, November, whenever the NCAA season starts. No breaks. She went straight from that, played all the way to the final. When she went to the final, they were in the finals again. Were they in the finals? I don't know who played in the. Oh yeah, they were in the finals. But they made it all the way to the final game. Then she had to go to the draft. Then she started training camp. Then she started playing the season. They had that gauntlet of a first couple games. So as all that adjusting and playing is tough. There's no other way to describe it. So she'll take the 3-4 weeks for the Olympic break and relax and recuperate and come back after the Olympic break for the final stretch and try to secure that playoff spot. That's all you can do at this point, you know? That's all you can do. Yeah, so the Olympic break is from July 21st to August 14th. So keep that in mind. July 21st to August 14th. Depending on my schedule, I might do some USA women's basketball games on the watch-alongs. Remember the Olympic Games are in Paris, so they're about 5-6 hours ahead of us. So we shall see. James, yes, they do play the Liberty on Saturday in Indiana. Excuse me. That game is at 1 p.m. on CBS. I won't be able to watch that game. I'll be doing something else, but I definitely will catch it. I have it set to record, so I definitely will catch it. All right, the broadcast is restarting. They're talking to Coach Trammell. Liz says gonna miss the W over the break. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's going to be tough, but definitely try and watch some USA women's basketball. Monique Billings over to Kalani Brown, mid-range jump shot, long rebound out to Diana Taurasi. Taurasi with the ball. Taurasi pulls up for another three and buries it. See, I was trying to get that bet in, y'all. Y'all heard me. I said I wanted to bet Diana for the threes, and I waited too long. So it's 30-18. Sevgi in the paint throws up the jump shot and scores. Sevgi drives into the paint, circles back out, goes back in, pulls up the 10-foot jumper, and it's 30-20. Diana over to Brittany Griner, over to Cunningham. Cunningham for three, and she buries it from the right wing. So back-to-back threes for the Mercury, and it's 33-20. Arike Ogunbowale with the ball. She usually plays all game for this team. They need her. Arike goes up, finds Mo on the cut. Oh, good drop-off pass to Kalani Brown and scores. So good pass from Mo Billings to the wide-open Kalani Brown as Suge Sutton steps on the out-of-bounds line and turns it over. Ball to the Mercury. Ball to the Wings, excuse me. Ball in play with the Wings. It's Sevgi, Natasha Howard, Tierra McCowan, Arike, and Odyssey Sims. Sevgi in the paint again, and Sevgi Uzin scores again. Right in the paint area. 33-24 Mercury. Suge Sutton attacks Sevgi, goes up with the left. It rolls off, and Sevgi with the rebound. Sevgi over to Tierra. Oh, Tierra McCowan. Just do not throw an entry pass to a big. That's the second entry pass Tierra McCowan has thrown, and it's gone straight out of bounds. So it's a turnover to the Wings. Ball back in play with the Mercury. 33-24, approaching under 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Suge Sutton over to Sophie Cunningham. Over to Diana. Diana posts up to Griner. Griner goes across, throws it over to Harrigan. Harrigan drives into the paint, throws up the shot and misses. Rebound to Howard. Howard over to Sims. Sims right side of the court. Eyeing down to Rossi. Gets the screen. Herbert Harrigan switched onto her. Over to Howard. Howard for the three. Misses. Rebound to Griner. Excuse me. Griner over to Cunningham. Cunningham left side of the floor. Hesitation dribble. And she tries to draw. Oh, she drops it off to Sutton. Sutton over to Griner. Griner throws up the floater and it rolls in. A little bit of a broken play there, but it works out for the Mercury. And it's 35-24. Arike with the ball. Left side of the floor. Gets the screen. Pulls up for a three. Oh, halfway down and out. Rebound to Taurasi. Taurasi on the run. She pulls up for a top of the key three. Gets fouled on the three-point attempt by Odyssey Sims. And she'll go to the line for 3 free throws. So they might go to the monitor to review because that's landing in the area of a shooter. So they're gonna review that to see. All right. So they're at the monitor to review if this was a reckless closeout by Odyssey Sims on Diana Taurasi. Um, so we're in a little bit of a break here. So based on the replay, I think it's a common foul. Diana doesn't land on her feet. Odyssey intentionally moves her feet out the way so she doesn't land directly on her feet. So I think they've come to a answer on the call. Let's see what they say. All right, so they do not upgrade it to a flagrant. She'll just shoot her three free throws on the three for the foul on the 3-point shot. So it's 35-24, about 7:07 to go. I'm gonna run the clock down a bit. 7 minutes, 7 seconds to go here in the second quarter. The Mercury are winning. Taurasi hits the first. Diana buries the second. She's one of the best foul shooters, free throw shooters the league has ever seen. Usually shoots in the 90 percentile. And Diana buries all 3 free throws to give them a 14-point lead here. So Sims with the ball. Sims by herself all the way by the 3-point line. She attacks, dribbles back out, over to Arike. Arike eyeing up Kalia. She drives at Kalia, but one leg fall away jumper is good. That was tough from the baseline for Arike Ogunbowale, and it's 38-26. Copper to Taurasi, back to Copper. Copper, hesitation, dribble goes into the paint, fouled, and won. So she got scored on by Arike on one end, comes back on the other end, gets scored, fouled, and she's going to the line for a free throw. Foul on Tierra McCowan. So Copper to the line for the free throw to complete the 3-point play. She's up to 11 points already. She shoots and scores. So 41-26 Mercury. And I was gonna put Kalia for 22. It's funny how life works. Howard, handoff to Sevgi. Sevgi with the ball. Down to Natasha Howard in the post. Howard face up, attacks, goes up, and scores over Rebecca Allen. A tough defender, but it didn't matter. Howard scores. It's 41-28. Sutton over to Copper. Copper eyeing down Arike. Gets the screen from Mac. Probe dribble out to Cunningham. Cunningham for 3 again. Misses. Rebound to Natasha Howard. Over to Ogunbowale. Crosses half court. Speeds up her dribble. Goes all the way coast to coast and scores. Arike Ogunbowale with the basket. And it's 41-30. Single digit game here. Sutton with the ball. Sutton right side of the floor. She attacks left side. Goes over to Rebecca Allen. Rebecca Allen over to Mac. Handoff back to Allen. Allen attacks the baseline. Tries to throw it. And it was stolen by the wings. Arike on the run. Arike bounce pass to Howard. Howard goes up and scores. Timeout Nate Tibbetts and the Mercury. So defense to offense for the wings to get the steal on one end. Quickly run down the other. Arike drops it off to Howard for the layup. And it's good. 41-32, 5 minutes, 27 seconds left in the second quarter. So the Wings trying to fight back here. Wings trying to fight back at the moment. You have Diana Taurasi with 13, Natasha Howard with 12. You have Griner with 4 rebounds, Natasha Howard with 5, and then you have Cloud with 2 assists and Arike with 3. Arike with 6 points and 3 assists. You have Kalia Copper with 12 points. Then you have McCown with 3 points and 3 rebounds. All right, so teams are approaching the halfway point in the season, meaning record-wise, remember there's 40 games in a WNBA season. The Liberty reached 20 after last night's game. That was their 20th game. They're 17-3, best record in the league, their best start in their franchise history. Connecticut, one more game to get to 20. Same thing for Minnesota. Same thing for a lot of teams. So Connecticut, Minnesota, Seattle, Phoenix. This is their 20th game. You got a team like Indiana who's played 21. Washington has played 20. The Sparks have played 19, and Dallas has played 19. So the Aces are the only team that has played less than 19. They've played 17. Everybody else has played at least 18 or more. The Sky and the Dream have both played 18. Yeah, so we have 117, 2 18s, and about probably about 7 or so 19s and 2 20s. So like I said at the beginning of the season, you want to wait until the halfway point, and I was talking about the Olympic break to talk about where your team is like located, or how to evaluate your team. So we're approaching that. We'll probably do that over the Olympic break as well. Trying to evaluate team by team. If that's something you want to see, just let me know in the comments below. We'll go team by team. As Rebecca Allen buries the corner 3 right in front of the Phoenix bench out of that timeout, and it's 44-32, back to double digits. Rebecca Allen wasn't going to play tonight, but she's playing and she's cooking. Pass down to Tierra McCowan and turns the ball over. She got too deep under the basket, tried to pass it out, and turned it over. Cloud with the ball. Cloud pulls a no-bun around her for 3. She misses. Copper saves it and somehow gets it to Griner. Sophie Cunningham comes off the screen over to Copper. Copper for 3. Oh, and it pays off. Kalia Copper knocks down the 3-pointer. And it's 47-32. Copper up to 15. Can't make this stuff up. And it looks like a timeout might have been called. Yep, the Dallas Wings called a timeout now after that Kalia Copper 3. So it's 47-32, 4.5, about 4.5 to go in this game. In this second quarter. So we have, it looks like it's going to be a pretty high scoring game for the Mercury. You have Copper with 15. You have Diana with 14. You got Rebecca Allen with 8. Cunningham with 5. Griner with 6. So it's pretty, people scoring all around. Natasha Cloud hasn't scored yet, but everyone else is scoring. Salute to everybody here on the watch along. Appreciate the support. Make sure you like if you haven't already. As I mentioned, We will try to do something over the Olympic break. That whole 3 to 4 weeks, we'll try and work on something there. Have some live streams, depending on the schedule. We'll probably do some USA women's basketball games. So looking forward to that. But for the rest of the week, we won't be doing any one tomorrow. It's 4th of July here in the US. So no watch along tomorrow. There are 2 games, so if you do want to watch in the evening, you can look to see where those games will be played, what channel they'll be played on. Friday, we might do the first game on Friday. I did say it was going to be decided, but we may do that. The 7:30 game on Ion. Yeah, because that game it's the Dream versus the Wings. I don't want this to feel like a Wings channel. Let's get into that point. I think we did the Wings on Monday. We're doing the Wings today, and then the Wings on Friday. So I may pass on that one. Both the Dream and the Wings aren't really good teams per se. Saturday no watch alongs, but Sunday we'll probably be back for the. We're gonna definitely do the Chicago Sky Seattle Storm at 6 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. And then near another Dallas game, the Wings versus the Aces. But we'll figure it out. I'll let you guys know which ones that we will do. All right. I hope you guys did notice that they did do the All-Star nod. The people who made it. We'll talk about that at halftime. Ball in play with the Wings. Natasha Howard in the paint loses the ball, guarded by Cloud. She goes out to Arike. Arike attacks and then retreats and then throws up the 3 and buries it. Arike Ogunbowale double teamed, step back 3 and then knocks it down. Back to it's 47-35 now. Cloud over to Allen. Allen for 3. Rebecca Allen having one of those nights. And it's 50-35. Odyssey Sims with the ball. Odyssey Sims, left side of the floor, gets the screen from Tierra McCowan out to Howard. Howard down to McCowan. Oh, and she smokes the layup. Had a wide open layup and smoked it. And rebound to the Mercury. Rebecca Allen with the ball over to Copper. Copper looking to attack. Copper in and out dribble. Attacks McCowan. Loses the ball and it's a turnover by the Mercury. So Wings on the run. Sevgi over to Howard. Howard goes up, switches hands, and lays it in. Natasha Howard up to 14 points, and it's almost a turnover by the Mercury, tipped out by Odyssey Sims. So substitutions being made. Substitutions are being made, but they're not even showing the game right now. Mo Billings into the game for Natasha Howard. So Mercury to inbound, Griner inbounds to Cloud. Cloud with the ball. Cloud crossover slowly. Gets the screen from Griner. Hits Griner at the foul line. Griner over to Taurasi. Taurasi fall away jump shot misses. Ball bounces out of McCowan's hands and it goes to the Mercury. Copper attacks quickly, goes up, lays it in, and scores. So McCowan had an easy rebound, doesn't secure it, it just bounces in front of her, and the Mercury steal it. Arike playing with her food. Step back jump shot off the back rim over to Sevgi. Sevgi down to Mo Billings, goes up with the left and scores. So it's 52-39. Under 2.5 to go here. Griner brings it up court over to Copper. Copper attacks the left side of the floor, goes up, hangs, misses. Rebound to Mo Billings. Mo Billings gets fouled by Copper. So it's 52-39. The Wings trying to get this back to single digits here. Ball in play with the wings here. Sims over to Billings. Billings, handoff to Sevgi. Sevgi over to Kalani. Kalani over to Odyssey Sims. Sims with 10 on the shot clock. Corner to Sevgi. Sevgi attacks the baseline, throws up the floater, misses. Rebound to Kalani, and the putback is good. 52-41. Ball over to Taurasi. Taurasi, top of the key three, way short. And out of bounds. Ball to the wings. Ball to Arike. They trying to attack quickly. Do not show the replay. Just show the action, please. It's the latest replay show. Get to the game. Somebody missed because they were showing the replay, so I couldn't even see. But Monique Billings taps the ball out of bounds, and it stays with the wings. With the Mercury, excuse me. Wings, Mercury. So they said Arike Ogunbowale missed a step-back jump shot. That's what we missed. Ball to Natasha Cloud. Cloud over to Taurasi. Taurasi back to Cloud. Down to Griner. No one around. Well, Kalani was around. Just didn't matter. And Griner scores 54-41. Both teams shooting over 50% from the field as Odyssey Sims gets to the baseline over to Sevgi. Sevgi down to Monique Billings and another foul on Cloud. Now it's 3 on Cloud. Natasha Cloud with 6 assists and 3 fouls. Ball in play with the wings. Natasha Cloud to the bench. Shook Sutton into the game. Sevgi, baseline jump shot. Oh, he misses everything. That was a more like a mid-range jump shot. Odyssey Sims. And then Taurasi gets the rebound and gets fouled on the way to the basket. Taurasi jumps up high over everybody down there to get the defensive rebound and then tries to go coast to coast but gets fouled. Ball in play with the Mercury. Shook Sutton. Griner sets the screen. Shook Sutton attacks out to Taurasi. Taurasi, no look pass to Kalia, and it gets stolen. Wings on the break, but then Arike turns it over. Luckily, Sophie Cunningham can't control it. It goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with the wings. Ball in play. Arike attacks, gets into the paint, throws up the floater, misses, gets her own rebound, goes back up, and gets fouled. And gets attacked. Oh, they call it delay a game. I thought it was attack. They call it delay a game on Arike for throwing the ball to her bench. So Cloud and Taurasi both have 3 fouls. So that's not a good recipe for the Mercury. But Arike at the line for free throws. She buries the first. So Cloud back into the game with 3 fouls. Coach trusting her. Shook Sutton out of the game. I don't know why he's risking that with 26 seconds to go here. And they're up 12, but I ain't a coach. As Arike buries both free throws, it's 54-43. Sophie inbounds the ball to Cloud. Cloud left side of the floor here. Tasha Cloud is dribbling out by half court. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Oh, Natasha Cloud goes reverse style and scores. Beautiful move by Natasha Cloud. Arike Ogunbowale with 4 seconds, 2 seconds. Pulls up for 3, bounces off the front rim, and that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of the first half, the Phoenix Mercury 56, the Dallas Wings 43. 56-43 at the half. As always, people, we're going to take a look at the box score and team stats for both teams so we can evaluate how both teams are doing. So give me one moment as I get that pulled up. All right, there we go. I think it's loaded. Let's go with that. All right, so the Phoenix Mercury 56, Dallas Wings 43. Phoenix outscored Dallas 27-18 in the first quarter. Outscored Dallas again 29-25 in the second quarter, which is why the score is what it is right now. For the Mercury, you have Brittany Griner with 16 minutes, 8 points, and 6 rebounds. You have Taurasi with 13 and 4, but she does have 3 fouls. Natasha Cloud with 15 minutes, 2 points, 6 assists, but she has 3 fouls as well. Kalia Copper with 17 first half points. And Rebecca Allen with 11 first half points. Herbert Harrigan with none. Mack with none. Cunningham with 5. And Sutton with none. You have the Dallas Wings. Natasha Howard, 14 minutes, 14 points, 5 rebounds. You have McCowan with 3 points and 3 rebounds. Odyssey Sims with 2 and 3 assists. Ogunbowale with 11. And Sheldon with 2. Off their bench, they have Mo Billings with 3. Kalani Brown with 4. And Sevgi with 4 as well. Let's take a look at the team stats. So the team stats, you have the Mercury shooting 58.8%. The Wings shooting 47.2%. Wings shooting 1 for 7 from 3. Mercury shooting 8 for 13 from 3. That translates to 14% for the Wings and 61% for the Mercury. Rebounds, the Wings are winning 16-14. Assists tied at 11. Steals tied at 3. Blocks tied at 1. Points conceded off turnovers is 9 points for the Mercury, 7 points for the Wings. Points in the paint. The Wings are winning that 28-16. And the largest lead of the game has been by the Mercury, up by 15-2, up by the Wings. All right, so that's the box score and the team stats for both teams. So this game is going as according to plan. I think the Mercury were 5.5 point favorites. They are covering that right now. So that's a good sign to see if you're a Mercury fan. They're showing a little special on Natasha Cloud here on League Pass. All right, so the upcoming schedule tomorrow. I should just show it on the screen so you guys can see what is coming up. Let's do schedule and see what we. Sorry, I think I hit the mic. See what we got going on. The rest of these next couple weeks. All right, so I'm waiting for the schedule to load. It's taking a little bit to load here, but once it loads, I'll put it on screen for you. There we go, finally loaded. I hope you guys can see this. Hope you guys can see that. So we're in this match right now. Tomorrow is Connecticut at Minnesota. Battle of the 2 of the top 5 seeds at 8 p.m. on Prime. Then you have Washington and Las Vegas following that at 10 p.m. on Prime. Then on Friday, you have the Dream versus the Wings. You have the Vegas Aces versus the Sparks. And you have the Sky at Seattle. So take a look at those games, which one you want to watch. And Saturday, July 6th, you have New York at Indiana. And then you have Washington at Minnesota. On Sunday, you have Atlanta at Connecticut. Then you have Dallas at Vegas. The Sky at Seattle. And the Mercury at the Sparks. So very packed Sunday. You have basketball from 1 p.m. all the way till 9 p.m. So no complaints from me on Sunday, July 7th. Should be a good one. In terms of standings, I guess I can show you the standings here. So in terms of standings, the Liberty are top of the world right now with 17-3. You have the Sun right behind them with 15-4. The C means Commissioner's Cup, one Commissioner's Cup with the C with the 2 dashes. So the Lynx are 14-5. Seattle 13-6. Aces are 11-6. Mercury 9-10. The Dream 7-11, and the Sky 7-11. So right now the Indiana Fever on the outside looking in just due to the amount of games played. Won and loss record, of course. So I think it'll come down to one of the last days of the season between the Sky and the Fever for that final playoff spot. Even the Dream, depending on how long it takes Ryan Howard to come back, may drop down into that battle for the last 2 seeds as well. So we could see both of them come in as a 7 and an 8 seed, and then try and cause some noise up further in the bracket. So just something to keep an eye on here. Something to keep an eye on. All right, people. So we've touched on a number of things. Let's get stuff ready for the third quarter. Get that ready. Salute to everybody tuned in on this Wednesday evening here for some W Hoops, the only WNBA going on right now. Thank you for tuning in. All right, let me go back to the main screen here. My bad. There we go. So we are back. All right, guys, I'm going to step away for a quick bit. By the time I come back, this game should be restarting. So bear with me one moment. BRB. Y'all, we are back. We are back. Right, so we're getting ready for the third quarter. The Mercury in that first half shot 61% from 3-point range, 58% overall from the field. The Wings, if they want any chance of winning this game, they're gonna have to try and slow that down. Any chance of stopping that? So, when we said who was going to be the leading scorer, right now the leading scorer is Kalia Copper, leading the way with 17 points. She has a game high 17. Right behind her, we have Natasha Howard with 14, and we have Tarasi with 13. And then we have Rebecca Allen with 11. So I did say other. So it was between it was between Arike, Kalia, and other. Right now, Kalia is in the lead with other right behind her, which would be Natasha Howard. Arike with 11 on 33% shooting, but she does have 3 assists and 2 rebounds to add on with it. Right, so we should be restarting pretty soon for the third quarter. Salute to everyone who's still tuned in with me on the watch along. Salute to you all. And we should be restarting shortly. So what do I think? Do I think Kalia goes for 30 tonight? She has 17 here at the half. There's always a thing with blowouts. You don't want to incorporate for blowouts, I should say. But the Wings do like to fight back late. It's only a 13-point game, so I think she will play significant minutes going forward. But it's always wary of that blowout if you think that the person will go for 30 or even 40 points. But we will keep an eye on it. We will see once we come back. I know that last time they came back from broadcast so late, like 2 minutes went by. So I'm keeping an eye on the ESPN play-by-play over here to make sure that they come back on time. Sounds like outside they already started with the fireworks. All right, so they are actually coming back on time to the College Park Center at the University at Texas at Arlington. So Nancy Lieberman and Ron Thulin on the call for this broadcast. Yeah, that's the difference in the game. The Mercury are shooting 8 for 13 from 3. The Wings are shooting 1 for 7. If they could fix that 3-point percentage, they will have a better chance in this game because they're doing well everywhere else, points in the paint, all that stuff. Ball and play with the Wings here to start the third quarter. So we're back, people. We are back. McCowan over to Ogunbowale. Mid-range jump shot is off. Rebound to Tarasi. Over to Cloud. Cloud crosses half court. Over to Rebecca Allen. Allen over to Copper. Copper down to Cloud. Cloud finds Allen on the cut. Finds Griner. Griner with 8 on the clock. 1 leg fall away and gets fouled by McCowan. So 2 fouls on McCowan. Griner going to the line for 2 free throws. So Griner with 8 points tonight on 4 of 6 shooting. She's at the line for free throws, shoots the first, and buries the first. So Griner at the line for the second, and she buries both free throws. So it's 58-43, 58-43. Odyssey Sims quickly up the court, but dribbles back out. Odyssey Sims down low, lazy pass, picked off by the Mercury, and Natasha Cloud on the run. Natasha Cloud doesn't have numbers, so she backs it out. Over to Taurasi, down to Griner. Griner goes over the left shoulder, gets fouled again, and scores. Tierra McCowan with another foul. 3 fouls, so back-to-back fouls on McCowan. She's probably going to have, I don't know what she's going to go to the bench. Tough cover for McCowan, even though the same height. Trying to be aggressive, puts the arm up and smacks Griner's elbow. So Kalani Brown into the game for McCowan. Griner to complete the 3-point play. Thank you. Thanks, Mom. Natasha Howard up to 16 points. It looks like I muted the thing here. Tasha Howard up to 16 points. They're reviewing to see if the shot came before the foul or not. So what are they calling here? They're saying it's ball sideline out of bounds. The basket doesn't count. It stays at 63-50. Ball in play to Natasha Cloud. Cloud over to Griner. Griner over to Kalia Copper for 3. Off the back rim. Rebecca Allen, those long arms were secured as Diana Taurasi attacks. Goes behind the back to Griner. Griner corner to Taurasi. It gets tipped and stolen by the wings, and they call a clear path foul, or a transition take foul, I should say. Transition take foul on the Mercury. So the wings will get foul shot and the ball. That was on Kalia Copper. So Natasha Howard at the line for the transition take, and she buries it. So it's 63-51. Dallas is hanging around here. They just need a solid run here to make a difference. So ball in play with the Dallas Wings. 63-51, 7 minutes to go here in the third. Odyssey Sims with the ball. Sims, left-hand side. Sims with the drive. Sims pump fakes, goes up, gets fouled, and it doesn't roll in. So Odyssey Sims will go to the line for 2 free throws. So Odyssey Sims at the line for 2 free throws. Odyssey Sims is also on a hardship contract. I would say she's earning her keep so far as she buries the first. So Odyssey Sims at the line for the second. And she buries both. Very good foul shooter Odyssey Sims has been. And it's a 10-point game here. 63-53. Dallas hanging around. Cloud with the ball over to Allen. Allen had a good first half. Copper also had a good, first half. Copper, foul line, drops it off to Griner. Griner goes up, over, and scores. Brittany Griner throws up the floater and scores. Back to 12. 65-53. Sims over to Arike, left side of the floor. Over to Howard. Howard crosses over, gets into the paint, throws up the floater, foul on Cloud. So that's 4 fouls on Natasha Cloud on the gamble. 4 fouls on Natasha. And Natasha Howard will go to the line for free throws. They may challenge this play. I believe they're probably going to challenge this. Yep, they're going to challenge this play. Natasha Cloud had just picked up her 4th foul, but Nate Tibbetts wants to challenge. So we have a challenge on the floor, people. Challenge on the floor. Rookie of the month for June was Angel Reese. 14.5 points, 13.2 rebounds, 1.8 assists in that span. Sabrina Ionescu won Eastern Conference Player of the Month. And Asia Wilson won it for the Western Conference. So they're showing Angel Reese highlights from her Rookie of the Month campaign, in which she broke the consecutive double-double streak for the WNBA. She's up to 11 now, I believe. So she owns the record. Game matchup. You have Natasha Howard with 17, Brittany Griner with 15, both shooting over 50% from the field. Both have 6 rebounds and an assist. But Griner has 1 block. Natasha Howard has none. So we wait to resume this third quarter here. Dallas got it down to 10. It's been hovering around this 12 to 15 point range. Dallas has to make a move to cut it under single digits and keep it there for a bit. But it's going to be a tough ask against this Mercury team, who can score points in bunches. So this is a long review that they're doing here. When they come back to broadcast, they should still be reviewing this, or hopefully they're done reviewing it. But we're in the middle of a review right now. Okay, they came back to the WNBA thing. So we're back on the broadcast. So they're having a summer camp there for the kids in Dallas. That's dope. Basketball camp. So Natasha Howard at the line for free throw. She buries the first. And Natasha Howard buries the second free throw. So it's back to a 10-point game, people. Back to a 10-point game for the Wings. Cloud with the crossover goes right to left. Over to Taurasi. Taurasi dead on three. Misses completely. Griner gets the rebound somehow. All the way at the foul line. Copper attacks. Nobody there. And she scores. Copper continues to cook. Up to 21 points for Kahleah Copper. Arike Ogunbowale for three. Misses on the left-hand side. Kalani chases it down. Over to Odyssey Sims. Odyssey Sims over to JC Sheldon. Sheldon goes cross-court to Howard. Howard, corner three. And she buries it. Natasha Howard having a game here. She's up to 22. And it's a 9-point game. They finally got it under double digits. 9-point game here. Taurasi over to Copper, over to Griner. Griner at the 3-point line. Griner looking, can't find anybody. Hands it off to Taurasi. Taurasi drops it off to Griner on the drive. Fouled and won. Fouled by Natasha Howard. So great execution between the two most tenured Phoenix Mercury players, Taurasi and Griner. Taurasi comes off the handoff from Griner. They come towards her. She drops it off to Griner on the roll. Nobody really has the height to really block her. Howard tries, smacks her arm, and she just lays it in with ease. So it's 69-58. Griner up to 17 points. Trying to add to it with this free throw. So Griner at the line to complete the 3-point play. Shoots it, and it goes in. So it's 70-58, back to a 12-point game, ball in play, as we go under 5 minutes in this third quarter. Sims over to Howard. Howard down to Brown and gets fouled by Griner. So it'll stay with the Wings. Sideline out of bounds. Ball into Sims. Sims comes off the screen. Sims hesitation dribble, pulls up, bounces around and scores. Odyssey Sims knocks down the 10-foot jump shot left side of the floor. So it's back to 10-point game. Shook Sutton over to Taurasi. Taurasi tries to hand it back, and Sims plays the passing lane. Sims over to Howard on the layup and scores. Defense to offense for the Wings, and it's an 8-point game. 8-point game here. Natasha Howard up to 24 points, and a foul is called on Natasha Howard. As I say that, Natasha Howard with a foul. Let's see how many she has. Natasha has 3 fouls. So 24-6 for Natasha Howard. So Taurasi at the line. The Phoenix Mercury are in the bonus. Taurasi buries the free throw. And Taurasi buries the second. So it's back to a 10-point game. So the Wings are making progress. They cut it down. But let's see if they can hold it at a single digits instead of going back to double. Kalani Brown just shoots a mid-range jump shot. Howard just tips it up and in. Doesn't even come down. Tips it up and in, and it's 64-72. Natasha Howard continues to cook. 26 points. Taurasi shoots a three. Oh, halfway down and out, and they let it run out of bounds. It'll be Dallas ball. 8-point game here. We have an 8-point game. Ball is in play with Sims. We're under 4 minutes to go here. The Wings are trying to make a game of it. 8-point game here. Natasha Howard has been cooking. Natasha Howard picks up her dribble over to Arike. Arike over to Kalani. Back to Arike. Arike drives in. Mid-range jump shot is good. 6-point game here. 72-66. We have a good one on our hands at the moment. 72-66. Shug Sutton brings it up the court. Remember, Natasha Cloud has 4 fouls. Diana Taurasi has 3. Good hands by the Wings and a steal. Outlet pass to Sims. Sims on the drive, goes up and gets fouled by Sophie Cunningham. So more defense to offense for the Wings, and they have a chance to cut more into this lead. So Odyssey Sims at the line where I think she's been perfect tonight. Odyssey Sims. First free throw is up. And I jinxed her. She misses. So Odyssey Sims for the second. And she buries the second. So it's 72-67 here. 72-67. 24-11 run since 9 minutes in the third quarter for the Dallas Wings. Kalia Copper attacks, gets bumped by Kalani Brown, and she'll be going for more free throws. Kalia Copper drives. Kalani comes over and rotates. They call the bump a foul. Kalia Copper shoots the free throw and hits the first. Kalia Copper up to 21 points here. And she hits the free throw. Ball in play. It's 74-67. Odyssey Sims with the ball. Odyssey Sims gets to the paint. Goes over to JC Sheldon for 3. Oh, that was Sevgi, excuse me. Kalani Brown saves the rebound and over to Arike. Arike picks up her dribble over to Natasha Howard. Guarded by Sophie. Handoff to Sevgi. Sevgi over to Kalani. Try to go high-low. Natasha gets fouled by Herbert Harrigan. And Natasha Howard back to the line for more free throws and to add to her point total. So Natasha Howard at the line for free throws. 26 points, 7 rebounds, trying to add to that as she buries the first free throw. So Natasha Howard for the second, and she buries it. So 74-69. This is the closest that the Wings have been. Natasha Howard, 28 points, season high for her. Remember, she fractured her foot the first game of the season. Kalia Copper gets into the paint, drops it off to Cunningham. Cunningham drops it off to Sutton. Griner for the 20-footer. It's good. $76-69. The play was a little broken, but it doesn't matter. Arike, corner to Sevgi. Sevgi for the corner 3. Oh, Sevgi knocks down the corner 3. And it's a 4-point game. Kalia Copper with the ball. Kalia Copper, left side of the floor. Guarded tightly by Sims. She comes off the screen from Griner. In and out dribble. Drops it off to Griner. Griner over to Herbert Harrigan for three. She misses, and a rebound to Arike. Have a chance to get this to single possession game here. Arike steps back for the mid-range. Jump shot is good. It's a 2-point game down in Arlington. 76-74. The Wings, can they come all the way back? It looks like Phoenix is having another choke job here. KFC with the ball. KFC to the basket, goes up with the left, and scores a tough one to quiet the crowd a little bit. But Arike quickly back the other way. Step back over to Howard. Back to Arike. Arike with Herbert Harrigan on her. She takes the screen from Kalani. Crossover. Step back for three. Misses badly. And Sophie with the rebound. Sophie Cunningham pushing up the court. Over to Kalia. Kalia drives, goes up, and scores. So back-to-back buckets for Kalia Copper. And it's 80-74. They had it within two. 80-74 here. Sevgi over to Kalani Brown. Kalani high over to Natasha Howard. Ball goes out of bounds. So you got Kalia Copper going to the bench. Shug Sutton going to the bench. Herbert Harrigan going to the bench. Doing wholesale substitutions here. Well, let's see who else went out. Mo Billings into the game for Kalani Brown. Looks like Griner to the bench as well. Taurasi back into the game. Ball in play. So it's Cloud, Cunningham, Mack, Taurasi, and Allen. As Cloud goes to the basket, throws it up, and scores. Natasha Cloud drives to the basket, literally just throws it at the rim. It bounces off the backboard. Bounces around and drops. And she hits the 3-point play. So it was 83-74. It was just a 2-point game. Now it's back up to 9 here. Odyssey Sims with the ball. Sims looking for somebody. Sims crossover on Cunningham. Goes up, scoops up with the left, and scores. Good move by Odyssey. Ball back in play with the Mercury. 83-76. 18 seconds to go. Over to Cloud. Cloud and Sims on the island by themselves. Out by the 3-point line. Cloud probing. Cloud gets into the paint. Corner to Mack. Mack for three. Misses badly. Monique Billings with the rebound. And that's how the quarter ends. So at the end of the third quarter, the score 83-76. Mercury over the Wings. They had cut it down to a 2-point game, and the Mercury went on a nice little 6-7-0 run to push the lead back up. All right, so let's get ready for the fourth quarter. Salute to everybody still here for the only game on the slate today. Only WNBA game on the slate. Appreciate you guys hanging around for a fantastic finish that we have here. They're showing Kalia Copper getting her USA selection. She was very emotional getting selected to Team USA. So, as we get ready for the fourth, Kalia Copper and Natasha Howard are battling for that top point scorer crown. Howard with 28. I think Kalia has 27. So we'll see who comes out on top. Thankfully, the game is close, so nobody will be benched. But Kalia Copper with 27. Howard with 28. You got Ogunbowale with 18. You have Griner with 20. So you have some other candidates who can come and steal something here. But we'll see what happened. We shall see. I knew Kalia was going to have a decent game tonight. All right, so we'll see how this quarter ends. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. I hope you're enjoying your Wednesday evening. All right, so fourth quarter, getting ready to start. 7-point game. Wings came all the way back to get it within 2. But they have a chance here. Tudo said this is a great game, not going to lie. Seriously, it really is. I thought it was looking shaky. But the Wings, I knew they were going to fight back, try and make it interesting. But we shall see how it pans out. Taurasi pulls up for 3, misses completely, hits all backboard. Arike with the rebound. Arike over to Kalani Brown on the break. Oh, layup rolls off. And rebound to the Mercury. Taurasi over to Cloud. So it's Cloud, Allen, Taurasi, Cunningham, Mack. Cloud drop off to Allen. Allen in the paint, fall away jump shot, misses. Rebound to Mack. Mack looked like she traveled. They don't call it. Cloud over to Allen. Allen dead-eye 3. Rebecca Allen knocks down to 3. Did my thing freeze? I think it froze. Test. Yep, it froze. And it's 86-76 here. 86-76. And a foul has been called. Oh, thank you. Everything just froze on my stream deck. 8 minutes 54 seconds to go here. Oh, the program just crashed. I see what happened. All right, game back on. Wings ball. Odyssey Sims to the basket, throws up the left-hand layup and scores. Odyssey Sims, in her return to the Dallas Wings on a hardship contract, has been cooking. Natasha Cloud with the ball is 86-78. Rebecca Allen again for 3. She misses this time. Rebound to JC Sheldon. So it's JC, Monique, Odyssey, Howard, and Arike. JC Sheldon. Hezzy on Sophie, gets to the paint, drops it off to Monique. Monique gets stripped, but over to JC for the mid-ranger, misses. Monique Billings misses the rebound, and over to Sophie Cunningham. Natasha Cloud, left side of the floor, attacks Natasha Howard. She goes up, throws it up at the basket, misses. Natasha Howard gets bumped out of bounds, but they call a loose ball foul. Let me restart this program right quick, y'all. Griner comes back in. Copper comes back in as well. Kalani Brown into the game for Monique Billings. So ball in play with the Wings. Odyssey Sims, Howard, Sheldon, Ogunbowale, and Kalani. Kalani with the ball over to Odyssey. Odyssey, jab step, pull up. Gets blocked by Rebecca Allen, but gets the rebound. 7 on the shot clock. She reloads for 3 and misses. Ball goes out of bounds. And it belongs to the Mercury. Every possession is coming down to it. Everybody grinding and fighting here. So it's Mercury ball. Cloud over to Griner. Griner over to Kalia. Kalia, right side of the floor. Blows by Kalani. Throws up, tries to scoop it up on the same side and misses. Outlet out to the Wings, and they call a foul on Cunningham on the break. She wants that reviewed. She wants it reviewed. So it's 86-78 here. 7:13 to go. Ball in play. See if my clock is working. Yep, it's working back, working. Oh, Natasha Howard sneaks behind the defense and scores. So it's a 6-point game here. 7 minutes to go. Cloud with the ball. Cloud probing. Cloud attacks J.C. Sheldon. Dribbles back out. Over to Rebecca Allen. Handoff back to Cloud. Cloud picks up a dribble. Over to Griner. Griner. Mid-range jump shot is good. Brittany Griner knocks down the mid-range jump shot. It's 88-80. And steal by Rebecca Allen, but she's out of bounds. RC says, Mercury mediocre. Mediocre Merc. Yeah, they blew that big lead. Made the Wings were within 2 at one point. But the Mercury boosted the lead back up. But it's an 8-point game here, guys. Under 6, just reaching 6.5 to go. Odyssey Sims with the ball. Odyssey Sims comes off the screen, picks up her dribble. Double team. They get it to Kalani. Kalani drops it off to Howard, but Rebecca Allen dared to tip it out of bounds. Stays with the Wings. 6 on the shot clock. So Odyssey to inbound. Odyssey looking, gets it off to Howard. Howard with the ball. Howard, 4 on the shot clock. Howard, fall away jump shot, gets fouled by Sophie Cunningham. Gets bailed out by Sophie. And Howard will go to the line for more free throws. Natasha Howard with 29 points. Excuse me, with 30 points. Natasha Howard with 30 points. Phoenix 1 of 8 shooting from 3 in the second half, compared to shooting 60-something% as Howard hits the first free throw. So it's a 7-point game here when Howard shooting a second free throw. Howard shoots the second, and she bricks it. Rebound to Rebecca Allen. 7-point game here. Rebecca Allen brings it across half court over to Cloud. Cloud goes to the left side of the floor looking for Taurasi. Finds her. Down to Griner. Guarded by Kalani. She faces up on Kalani. Spin move. Drives into the paint. Scoop up, but the layup is good. That tough move to guard from Brittany Griner. And she scores the layup. 90-81. Kalani shoots the mid-range jump shot and it bounces in. Kalani Brown shoots a foul line jumper and knocks it in. Oh, what a hit. And Rebecca Allen with the ball. Griner over to Cloud. Cloud over to Kalia. Kalia tries to attack. Cut off by Odyssey Sims. And it goes out on Sims. It stays Mercury ball. Officials timeout. Official timeout here. Mercury are up 90-83. 5 minutes, 29 seconds to go. Tudo says free throws are costing the Wings. Yeah. They are. Let me see what their percentage is from the free throw line. They've missed a bunch of free throws today, especially at the beginning of the game. Looking at the free throws for the Wings, they are 17 of 25 compared to the Mercury, who are 17 of 17. So that is the difference in the game. Those 8 free throws, and they're in the lead with 8 free throws. So we had the poll before the game. Who would be the leading scorer? At the moment, it is Natasha Howard with 31 points, 10 of 12 shooting, and 7 rebounds. RC says Natasha Howard and JC combined for 33. Howard has 31. JC has a whopping 2. Yep, that is correct. JC Sheldon, 2 points, 1 of 3 shooting. But Natasha Howard is leading the top scorer of the game with 31. Copper not far behind her with 27. Griner with 24. And then after that, you have Arike with 18. And you have Sims. No, you have Taurasi with 15. Sims with 13. Allen with 14. So Howard is in the lead, which would make the vote of other the correct answer at the moment. Because it was Arike, Kalia, or other. Tudo says instead of 90 to 91, it's 90 to 83. You are, yep. Second half, the Wings have outscored the Mercury 40 to 34 so far. They're shooting 60% from the field, the Wings are. 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 3 steals. So they're trying. They're right there. They just got to get a couple more stops on the defensive end. And then they got to, of course, complete their chances on offense. But we'll see how the next 5.5 minutes pans out here. Will Natasha Howard go for 40? Does Arike start to pick up and she go for 20 plus? But let's see. The Mercury inbound to Griner. Griner, right side of the floor, attacks Kalani Brown, loses the ball out of bounds. So that's the defensive stop they needed. Ball inbounds to with the Wings. What's the points off turnovers looking like? I got you right now. Sims with the ball. Arike for 3. Oh! Arike Ogunbowale leaning 3, and it's a 4-point game. So the Mercury have conceded 18 points off of their turnovers. The Wings have conceded 13 points off of their turnovers. It's 9 to 8, the turnover battle. The Mercury have 9. Cloud attacks. She falls down, and they call a foul on Kalani Brown. $90 to 86. So Mercury to inbound to get it to Cloud. Cloud over to Griner. Griner handoff to Cloud. Cloud gets to the basket. Gets blocked by Kalani, but they call a foul on JC Sheldon. I think it's a challenge here. It's a challenge by the. That's a clean. Oh no, that's a clean block. That is a clean block by JC. But Latricia Trammell, the coach of the Wings, is challenging this call here. This is I guess you could say it's a pretty big challenge. 4 minutes, 44 seconds to go. So I think this might be successful from the angles that they've shown. JC Sheldon gets a clean block. Kalani Brown comes up and cleans up the block as well. So they're showing multiple replays of this. So I have to see another angle here. So JC Sheldon not doing too much scoring, but she's trying to play defense on these very athletic and quick wings of the Phoenix Mercury. Alrighty. So let's see what the referees call here. This is a pretty big call for the Wings. They're trying to come back here, really trying to come back. Salute to everybody here hanging out on the watch along. Salute to you all. Tudo said Phoenix loses this game after leading for all but a minute. Yeah, that would be hilarious. Would be hilarious. All right, so what is the call here? They gave Natasha Cloud a technical foul for something, but it looks like the referee looks like the call was upheld. So it is a shooting foul on JC Sheldon, but Natasha Cloud gets a tech, so Arike Ogunbowale at the line to shoot the technical free throw, and she buries the tech. So it's a 3-point game here, but Natasha Cloud is going to the line for free throws. So Cloud at the line for free throws. And she breaks the first, so it works out. It works out. Sometimes they say ball don't lie. Cloud for the second, and she buries the second. So it's a 4-point game, 91-87. Sims with the ball, right side of the floor. 4.5 to go here. Howard with the ball, 31 points. She attacks left side, goes up with the left, gets blocked by Griner. They call a foul. They call a foul on Sophie Cunningham. So Howard looking to add to her season high. She attacks left side. Oh yeah, that's a foul by Sophie. She swipes down. She's over here saying, how? You missed the whole ball, smacked her arms. It's a foul. So Howard at the line for free throws, 31 points on the night. She shoots the first and knocks down the first. She is hooping tonight. So it's 91-88. Game got really interesting really fast here after that third quarter. Second one is up and good. So Howard up to 33 points to lead all scorers still. Only 30-point scorer in the game. Kalia Copper has been silent this fourth quarter. Let's see what can happen. They get it to her as I say that. Kalia attacks Arike, goes to the right-hand side. Pump fakes, goes up, and scores. As I say, she's been quiet. She gets the ball, gets aggressive, scores right side of the floor. Right at the hoop. 93-89. 4 minutes to go. Arike, step back jumper, misses. Rebound by Howard. Howard throws it up and gets fouled. Natasha Howard comes from nowhere to grab that offensive rebound, feels the contact and throws it up at the basket. Let's see what they call here. Do they call a shooting foul? Oh, they do call a shooting foul here. So Howard at the line for free throws. Let's see if she can continue to hit them. So 33 points for Natasha Howard. She shoots the first and clanks it. Gotta make your free throws. Got to make your free throws. And the coach of the Mercury, Nate Tibbetts, calls a timeout. 93-89, 3 minutes, 56 seconds to go in a game that looked like it was getting out of hand at halftime, but the Wings have made a game of it. 93-89. So looking at the box score, we have Griner with 24, Taurasi with 15, Copper with 29. Then for the Wings, we have Howard with 33, Sims with 13, Ogunbowale with 22. I hope nobody bet on Tierra McCowan. She's the ultimate salesman on FanDuel. 3 points and 3 rebounds in 15 minutes. A minus 12 in her time on the court. 3 turnovers and 3 personal fouls. Asia Wilson won Western Conference Player of the Month. So let's see if Phoenix can hang on, or can the Wings steal one from the favored Mercury. Remember, the Mercury are 9-10. The Wings are 4-15. Wings are the worst team record-wise in the league. They're trying to stay afloat without Satu and Maddie Siegrist, but it's been uphill sledding for them. The Mercury still trying to figure out their chemistry with all their new pieces, but the Wings need this one. The Wings need this one bad. Wings had the lead for 39 seconds at one point in this game. Yeah, it was probably the first. It was the first possession. Probably it was the first possession of the game. They're back to the broadcast. It's showing Kahleah Copper's night. 29. She's only missed 3 shots. So Natasha Howard at the line for the second free throw. Let's see if she could cash in. She missed the first. And knocks it down. 93-90. 3-point game here, people. 34 points tonight is a career high for Natasha Howard. A career high. 34. Can it come in a win? We shall see. Copper with the ball. Copper guarded tightly by Arike. Copper crossover. Goes to the right. Gets to the scoop. Gets blocked by Kalani Brown on the weak side. Odyssey Sims in the paint. Over to Natasha Howard. Howard out to Sims. Sims drives and gets the ball tipped away by Copper, and the turnover. That was the moment. Copper attacks, gets the ball stolen by Arike, and they call a foul. But they don't have a challenge, so they can't even challenge it. They can't even challenge it. Copper drives. Kalani comes over, gets the weak side swat. Arike gets all ball there, but they call a foul. But they can't challenge with it. Natasha Cloud for 3. Oh, that's tough. Back to a 6-point game here. Tudo says the problem with the Wings is they have turnovers at bad moments. Yeah, like there. And a foul called on Kahleah Copper. Natasha Cloud with 9 points and 10 assists. The Phoenix Mercury are over the limit, so the Wings will be shooting free throws the remaining 3 minutes, 9 seconds of this game. Let me run my clock down. Arike Ogunbowale with 22 points and 5 assists. She shoots the first and buries it. Let me stop my clock now. Arike Ogunbowale up to 23 now. Ogunbowale pulls up and knocks down the free throw. So it's a 4-point game here with 3 minutes, 7 seconds to go. Cloud with the ball. Cloud, left side of the floor, looking for Copper. Picks up her dribble, finds Griner. Griner over to Copper. Copper, right side of the floor. She gets to the foul line, shoots the jumper, misses. Rebound to Kalani. Kalani over to Odyssey. Odyssey, right side of the floor. Odyssey drops it off to Howard. Howard goes up left side. Oh, she smokes the layup. Griner had a hand there, deterred her, and it's still a 4-point game. Taurasi comes off the screen. Taurasi on the drive. Floater and misses. Gets fouled by Kalani Brown. So Taurasi will go to the line for free throws. 4 fouls on Kalani Brown. Diana Taurasi with 15 points and 5 rebounds. She's 9 for 9 from the foul line. She shoots the first and buries it. So it's 97, thank you, 97-92, 97-92. And Taurasi misses the second free throw, so it's a 5-point game. They have a lifeline here if they can do something about it. Odyssey over to Kalani, over to Arike. Arike, high arcing three, rebound by Howard, gets her own rebound again, and scores. 36 for Natasha Howard. She may have a double-double as well. 36 and 11 for Natasha Howard. This was the game to bet on, people. And I just couldn't get it in time. Kahleah Copper to the basket and scores with the left. Can't keep trading baskets. 5-point game. 99-94. Under 2 minutes to go. Arike with the ball and gets bumped by Kahleah Copper. So Arike going to the line for free throws. So that's good. They're getting points with the clock stopped. That's the best time to get baskets is with the clock stopped here. Tudo says at this point, Phoenix just got to play straight up. Just don't foul. Yeah. They're trying to be aggressive. The Wings have shot 32, now 33 free throws as Arike hits it. The Mercury have shot probably half that. So Arike at the line. Arike up to 26 points here. She hits both. It's 99-96. Under 2 minutes to go here. 3-point game. Cloud over to Taurasi. Down to Griner. Griner attacks on Kalani. She goes up, throws it up, and misses. Rebound. The Wings have a chance to tie. Ogunbowale attacks. Goes up, under... Tries to throw it, and the ball gets deflected out of bounds, stays with the Wings. Arike dribbled herself into trouble. Dribbled herself right into trouble. But it's ball inbounds to the Wings. They get it to Kalani Brown, 14. Odyssey Sims on the drive over to JC Sheldon. Over to Odyssey Sims. They look a little out of sync. Odyssey Sims fumbles the ball. It's on the floor, and they call a jump ball. They looked out of sync that whole possession here. $99-96. Timeouts for both teams. I think both teams have 2 timeouts remaining. It might be those reset timeouts, so they don't do a good job on the broadcast of displaying if it's a reset timeout or it's a full timeout. So I'm over here having to assume. It says Dallas has 4, so I'm assuming 2 of those are resets and 2 of those are fulls. Phoenix has 2. I don't see. I can't really tell. But it's 1:16 left, 3 seconds on the clock. So if the Wings get it, they have to think shot immediately. So jump ball between Sims and Copper. Ball goes up. Copper tips it. Gets it to Sims. Sims shoots a 3. And it's an air ball. Dang. That might be the difference. Timeout called by the Mercury. So the Wings get the jump ball. Copper tips it right out. It looks like Ogunbowale is holding Sophie. Sims gets the ball and then tries to throw it at the basket. It lands short. So it's still a 3-point game here with 1:12 to go. 1:12 to go in this game. It got more interesting than I thought. I am not gonna lie to y'all. This was the game to put some coin on, man. As I was making the tick, they locked the game off for you, boy. That's what I get for doing it last minute. All right, so let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens here. Wings have to play solid defense without fouling. That's first of all. They don't need a three. A three would help, but they don't need a three. So Mercury to inbound in front of their bench, and they get it to Taurasi. All right, people. Taurasi up the right side of the court. Guarded by Howard. Crossover. Griner sets a go screen. They get it to Copper. Top of the key. 10 on the shot clock. Griner with the ball. Griner looking for Cunningham. Can't get it to her. She pump fakes. Get it to Copper with 2 on the clock. Copper, baseline jump shot, misses. Arike with the rebound. Arike pushing it quickly up the court. Arike, left side of the floor, mid-range jump shot, short. Oh, that was a miss by Arike. That might have been, this might be game. They still have a chance there. They can't foul. Natasha Cloud with the ball. Natasha Cloud playing with the ball in the backcourt. Natasha Cloud over to Taurasi. Taurasi over to Copper. Copper, corner 3 for the game. Oh! And that might be the game, people. That might be the game. Kahleah Copper knocks down a clutch 3 to push this lead. I didn't even change the score. I was so shocked. It's 102-96. Cloud gets, Taurasi sets a go screen, flares out to the 3-point line. Cloud finds her. The defense rotates to Taurasi. Copper wide open in front of the Dallas bench. Has time to check the wind, check her feet, pulls up for 3, knocks it down. And then saying something to somebody in the front row, saying, what you going to say now? 34 points for Kahleah Copper tonight. What a shot by Ka. So 6-point game, 21.8 seconds to go here. Now Dallas needs a 3. Phoenix was 4 for 17 before that. Yeah, they were struggling here in this second half. They were 61% from 3 in the first half. Fell off the map in the second. I think they only hit 1 3 all second half until that one. So Odyssey Sims to inbound here. Let's see what happens, people. Anything can happen. I don't think it's a win for the Wings, though. Arike with the ball. Arike drops it off to Kalani. A bad pass, turnover, and the Mercury have it. Cloud to Copper. Copper crosses half court, and they're probably not going to foul. They're just going to let it run out, and now they call the foul. Wow. Wow, tough loss for Dallas. Career high night for Natasha Howard with 36 points, 11 rebounds. But inopportune time, they turned the ball over as Cloud hits the free throw. And it just killed every chance that they had of winning this game. Turnovers and bad shot selection down the stretch as Cloud gets her double-double. She hits both free throws. Ball inbounds to the Wings. 3 seconds, 2, 1, and that is the game. So, in a game the Wings made sort of interesting, it ends up with a loss anyways for the Wings. 104-96. The Mercury snapped their 2-game losing streak. Wings losing streak moves on to 3. We had multiple 20-point plus game scores. We had 2 30-point scores, 2 20-point scores, but the Mercury get the win in the end. Let's take a look at the box score before I let you guys out of here. Dang, that's a tough loss for the Wings there. Tough loss for the Wings. They had the game in the palm of their hand there towards the end and just cannot make the necessary baskets and necessary possessions to to pull off the win. Let me pull up the box score right quick, y'all. Bad, untimely turnovers. All right, we'll wait for this page to load as the game pulls up. Jeez, it's taking forever. There we go. All right, so the Mercury, they outscored Dallas 27-18 in the first, 29-25 in the second. In the third, Dallas outscored them 33-27, and then the Mercury outscored them 21-20 in the fourth, for the final score of 104-96. Griner, 33 minutes, 24 points, and 8 rebounds. Taurasi, 16 points and 5 rebounds. Hit 2 threes. Cloud, a double-double, 11 points, 10 assists. Copper with 34. Rebecca Allen with 14. So their whole starting five scored in double figures. Their bench, you only got 5 points from Sophie Cunningham with 4 assists. They shoot 91% from the free throw line, 47% from 3, 55% overall. The wings, Natasha Howard, career high 36 points, 11 rebounds, 11 of 15 from the field. Yeah, McCowan, another stinker, 3 points and 3 rebounds in 15 minutes. 3 fouls to go with it, 3 turnovers, just threes all around for Shorty. Almost called her O Sims. Odyssey Sims, 38 minutes, 13 points, 6 assists. Ogunbowale with 26 and 6 rebounds, 5 assists. Sheldon with 2 points. Their bench, Mo Billings with 3, Kalani with 6, and Sevgi with 7. They shot 29% from 3, 73% on their 34 attempts from the foul line, 49% overall. And that is why they end up with the loss. All right, people. That is it for the only game on the slate tonight. Once again, the Mercury get the win, 104-96. They move to 500, 10-10 on the season. They're at the halfway point, 20 games in. The Wings move to 4-16. They're at the halfway point games-wise. Their record is not it right now. But what can you do when you're dealing with a lot of injuries? Well, until next time, people. Enjoy your 4th of July if you celebrate. Be safe out there. Enjoy the fireworks and all that. I may be back on Friday for the first game, possibly. I don't want this to turn into a Dallas Wings channel, because Dallas is playing again on Friday at that 7:30 game. But until next time, people, it's your boy Jay Jordan. Appreciate the support. I'm out. Salute.